Your dog isn't just looking at you. They're trying to understand you. There are moments when you catch them staring. Quiet, still, almost distant. They don't run toward you. They don't wag their tail the way they used to. They just watch. And it feels different. What most people don't realize is that this behavior isn't random. It's not laziness. It's not distraction. It's something deeper. Because when your dog watches you without coming closer, they're feeling something they don't fully understand. And what it means might change how you see your relationship with them. You see, dogs don't just react to what you do. They react to how you feel. Every movement, every tone, every moment of silence, they absorb it all. So when your dog stops approaching, but keeps watching, it often means they're trying to read you before making a move. But that's just the surface, because the first hidden meaning behind this behavior is hesitation. There was a time when your dog didn't think twice. They saw you, and they came running. No pause, no distance, just pure trust. Now there's a moment of stillness. That hesitation doesn't come from nowhere. Through small interactions you may not even notice. Maybe it was a time you pushed them away without meaning to. Maybe your tone changed. Maybe your attention became unpredictable. To you it was nothing. To them, it was something they remembered. So now, instead of rushing in, they wait. They watch. They try to understand if this is a safe moment to come closer. But that's not the real reason this behavior matters. Because the second layer is emotional confusion. Your dog doesn't think in words. They feel in patterns. Consistency means safety. Uncertainty creates distance. When your reactions start to change, even slightly, your dog begins to question what those patterns mean. One day you're warm and affectionate. Another day you're distracted. Another day you're tired and quiet. To you, it's normal human emotion. To your dog, it's unpredictable. So instead of approaching with confidence, they stay back and observe. Not because they don't love you, but because they're trying to understand which version of you they're about to meet. And here's where it becomes more emotional. Because the third meaning is about trust, but not in the way you think. Most people believe trust is either there or it isn't. But for dogs, trust is something that adjusts constantly. It grows with consistency, and it weakens with uncertainty. When your dog watches you from a distance, they're not rejecting you. They're recalibrating. They're asking themselves in their own silent way, is it the same as before? Is it safe to come closer right now? And that question alone means something has shifted, even if only slightly. Most people completely miss this. They assume the dog is just being calm, independent, relaxed. But emotional distance doesn't always look like sadness. Sometimes it looks like quiet observation. And that leads to something even deeper, because the fourth meaning is emotional self-protection. Yes, even dogs do this. When a dog feels unsure, they don't always react dramatically. They don't always bark or withdraw completely. Sometimes they simply create space. Not physical rejection, but emotional caution. By staying a little farther away, they protect themselves from confusion, from mixed signals, from not knowing what to expect. It's their way of staying connected, without risking discomfort. They still watch you. They still care. They just don't move forward as easily. But here's where most people misunderstand everything, because the fifth meaning is still love. That stare, that quiet attention, that's not distance in the way humans think. It's presence. Your dog is still focused on you, still emotionally tied to you, still aware of everything you do. If they didn't care, they wouldn't watch at all. But love, when mixed with uncertainty, doesn't always look like excitement. Sometimes it looks like silence. And that silence can slowly grow if nothing changes. Which brings us to something you should never ignore, because the final meaning is a signal. If your dog used to come closer, and now they only watch, that change matters. Dogs don't randomly shift emotional behavior. They adapt based on what they feel. When approach turns into observation, it means something in their emotional world has adjusted. Not broken, not lost, but changed. And changes like that don't fix themselves. They respond to what you do next, to your consistency, your tone, your presence. Because your dog isn't looking for perfection. They're looking for clarity. They want to know that when they come closer, they'll be met with the same warmth they remember, the same safety, the same connection. And until they feel that again, they'll keep watching, quietly, patiently, trying to understand you. So the next time you catch your dog staring at you from across the room, don't ignore it. Don't assume it's nothing. Because in that moment, they're not just looking at you, they're trying to feel you. And to your dog, that feeling is everything. Because you're not just someone they live with, you are the center of their emotional world.